Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have another Tennessee Titans franchise video. Now, coming off of a 21-9 loss to the Bears where offense couldn't get going, and then the defense being on the field so much just kind of struggled to get stops for the most part. I'm not really blaming the defense here, right? I think in multiple of the games that we've lost, it hasn't really been on the defense as much as it's been on the offense not being able to get going. I think most of the games that we have ended up winning, the offense has at least been holding their own weight at minimum. And then in some of the games that we've been losing, I think they have particularly struggled or turned the ball over a lot. And that's something that needs to be addressed, right? So for this week, going into week 9, we will be starting Trey Lance at quarterback against the Green Bay Packers at home. I figured that would be a big enough test for him. With Will Levis struggling and this offense not really getting going, we're going to switch quarterbacks. One more move we have decided to make is we are trading off DeAndre Hopkins. Now, he has requested a trade because he would like to spend some of his last remaining good years in the NFL on a contender team. So, going over to the standings, well, the schedules, just to see who is doing good. The Bears are doing good, but they don't need a quarterback. Kansas City's doing good. They need a wide receiver, but I don't know if they can take him on with the money that he is owed. So looking at some of the better teams, especially in the NFC, are the Chicago Bears, are the Dallas Cowboys, and then there was one other that I saw recently. The Saints aren't too bad. There was one other team that was really good in the NFC. I think I actually went to standings for this, and it is the Detroit Lions. Eagles are also up there, Saints, Cardinals, and even Packers, but we're not going to trade them to the Packers because we're literally about to play them. Sorry, Packers, that automatically deletes you from the conversation of getting a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. But then again, they have a guy in Dontavian Wicks who they have on trade block because they have so many receivers right now. And they even let Melton walk. That's how we got him. So, looking at all that, I have went through on my own time and kind of looked through trades and what I would like to do. I wouldn't mind sending him to the Kansas City Chiefs, mainly because we've already played them. It's not that big of a deal. The Bears can take on his money, so can... I know the Cowboys can. The Chiefs can't quite. And it would take a lot for me to be able to get it done, right? Because I don't want to go after one of their top guys, because then that just seems cheesy of taking one of their top guys away. And I'm going to be honest, nobody here, especially down here on this later half of the board, besides maybe Charles Omenihu, really interests me. And even Charles Omenihu doesn't really interest me all that much. Jawan Taylor doesn't, and nobody else really does. And they're not going to have anybody with big cap hits down here because they have a ton of money spent up top. So it just doesn't make sense for me to go for the Chiefs right now. As much as I want to send him to the Chiefs, he just can't go there. Now, when I go into trade offers, the Dallas Cowboys are interested in D-Hop. They want to give us Michael Gallup a 4th and a 7th, which isn't particularly bad value, but then you have a team like the Patriots who would be willing to give up Demario Douglas. But I'm almost thinking, could we use DeAndre Hopkins to go out and get Michael Gallup? We retain the 4th. We use some of our own later draft capital to then go get Demario Douglas, since he seems to be on the trade block for the New England Patriots. I wouldn't mind him coming in. He has speed. He's a good punt and kick returner, and I think that would be a particularly interesting choice. So here today, I'm going to try to make a little bit better of a trade than just Michael Gallup, a 4th and a 7th. So we're going to go Michael Gallup. Technically, we don't even have to get Michael Gallup from them. I wonder if they would be willing but then Michael Gallup does give us trade value to go get Demario Douglas. We're going to go for Michael Gallup. We're going to do a 3rd of next year, and then a 5 of the year after. See if that would go through. It does, so we do get a 3rd and a 5. We're going to take Michael Gallup. We're going to immediately turn around and trade him, basically forcing a 3-way trade. I know there aren't a whole ton of 3-way trades, if any, in recent NFL history. I don't remember when the last time that would have been. But Michael Gallup, I'm sorry you're not staying on the team, big dog. I don't need you. I traded off D-Hop for a reason. I don't need a veteran receiver at the moment. It just doesn't make sense for me. So we're going to go out, get Demario Douglas, take him from the New England Patriots. They also signed Jalen Tolbert from us. And then they do have Devontae Parker, Juju, and Michael Pittman. Wow, they signed Michael Pittman. That's kind of weird. We're going to see if they'll do it straight up. Not quite. I think I'm going to have to at least give up a 6 of some sort. So we're going to do a 6 of 2027 and a 6 of 2026. Hopefully we can get it done. No, they still don't want that. Really? Okay. 2 6 of 2027 and 2 6 of 2026. That still doesn't get it done. Really? Okay. We're going to actually just go ahead and see what Michael Gallup would get us on the open market. Martin Emerson. Really? Maybe it's because he's a little bit cheaper to trade for? I'm almost wondering if we can send it. There's a lot of teams that are interested in him now that he's cheap. Steelers. Let me just scroll through teams real quick. Let's see who actually needs a wide receiver is the more important thing. Like, a lot of these teams won't say that they need a wide receiver, but yet they want to trade for him. Like, the Buffalo Bills, I think, would be a perfect spot for him because he would come in and be their number 2. I think that would work. I think the Buffalo Bills would be willing to give us a 5th in return. And it's not like I really want Michael Gallup, to be honest. So that is one major factor. Is I don't really want Michael Gallup. He's not an interesting piece to me. He's 28. He has 3 years of an expensive contract. I don't really want him. So we're going to do this. We're going to also send them a 7th in return. Try and make the trade a little bit more realistic. I think this works out for us more in particular. It gets us, value for a guy that we weren't going to keep around. And I think this is just a good trade. We will have a roster spot to fill. Michael Gallup will be going to the Buffalo Bills for a 5th. And then a 7th going to the Buffalo Bills as well to retain some value. So we do have a roster spot, so that does bring up the question of who do we want to bring up, of course. One of the major factors is that I do want to try to stick to the practice squad of bringing somebody up. I don't really need another receiver, so as much as I like Colton Dallin, as much as he helped us last year, I think we'd be better off bringing up some type of help somewhere else, whether it's for, special teams or something. I will have to look at injuries again, and then I will decide and tell you guys who we decide to bring up. Of course, we are going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers. They are 3-3 currently at the midseason mark. Now, that could change because we do have to sim a week. So they could be 3-4 or 4-3 when we get there. Or when they come to us. They are 4-3, so that's nice. I'm going to go through to a weekly strategy, upgrade players. Upgrade players, who do we have? Melton. Good job. He's played phenomenally well for the value that we've paid for him. I think he can continue to develop, especially with possibly moving up the depth chart now at this point. This could be a very, very good signing from us. Melton. Still out of 74, though. That sucks. So I'm going to go through, do weekly strategy, pick up a player, and then we will hop into the game. So this Tennessee offense will come out for the first time today at our own 21-yard line, led out by Trey Lance, getting his first start in a Titans uniform. This will be a very interesting thing. He played okay when he had to come in last time. 7 for 13, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. The pick was pretty bad, don't get me wrong, but he definitely played well enough. That's why we are giving him the start over a guy like Malik Willis. 1st and 10, can immediately open up the pass game. Fuck, I threw it to the wrong guy. I was supposed to throw it to Burks there. I looked at Burks and I went, I'm going to throw it to fucking Wiley. I don't know why I did. Don't ask me. 2nd and 10. Going to go back to the air here. We have to try to get this offense going. That's one thing we have to do. Wiley underneath. Can't hold on to the football, though. If he would have held on to the football, he would have been around the first down marker. So now we do have to go back to the air here. If we would have caught that and been short, we could have possibly ran the ball. But now with that being Isaiah Hodgins on the sideline, 4th and 2, we're going to immediately open this game up. Let's go for it. Fuck it. Terrell Edmonds. I forgot that we traded him. And who is it? Fatkuzi? So we'll have 2 kind of issues on this team of what. Yeah, Kenny Clark is playing an edge in this universe because that makes sense, Madden. Good fucking shit. Rolling out Trey Lance. Pick up the first. Kenny Clark not fast enough to make a play. And that's a little bit of the reason why we wanted to go to Trey Lance as well. He's going to provide a little bit more in the run game. As good as Will Levis has been in the run game as well, Trey Lance is going to add that little bit of an extra gear. Now, you could say Malik Willis will add that extra gear as well, which is very much possible. If Trey Lance gets off to a slow start and can't get going, we will look to Malik Willis in the second half. I swear on that. 1st and 10. Going to go inside zone here. And as you guys can see, Hodgins will have to take on a lot more responsibility being that wide receiver 3 now. But now with that being said, Franklin Amos also gets moved up into the lineup. He gets moved up to that third string receiver spot, and Bo Melton's going to stay at 4, but he's still going to play the slot. No, wait. Bo Melton's number 2, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Whichever guys the CPU decides to put in, that's who we're going to have. And there's Rashawn Gary just beating Josh Wiley on that edge. Yeah, he's going to be a problem. And then with having to fucking deal with Kenny Clark on the edge is ridiculous. Madden, you are the biggest bag of shit. A 300-pounder sitting there on the edge. That's not a speed rusher. That's nice. Bo Melton underneath. He's going to catch, hold on to the football. Gets us back to at least the 10-yard mark. So we're going to have a chance to make a good play here. Going to go escape, but I'm going to have Spears. You know what? Swap over to the other side. I want to see something. Yeah, let's just run a wheel route right behind this Melton thing. Wiley and Burks could be open. Wiley, sideline on Rashawn Gary. 1st and 10, down to the 32. Josh Wiley. Probably one of the only consistent receivers right now. One of the only guys that I truly trust to go make a play. 1st and 10, going to run at Kenny Clark here. This double team has to work up to this backer pretty quickly. Tyron Smith gets a good block of Devontae Campbell. 6-yard rush there for Spears. Off to a little bit of a better start than last week or even the previous couple weeks. Something we have to be is aggressive here. I don't think we can relax at all. And just can't get the ball to Burks. Unfortunately, Jair Alexander in coverage as well. 3rd and 4 now. Facing a lot of third downs already early today. I'm just going to run Spears out on an out. There's no reason for him to run that curl and run right into the safety. Burks on Devontae Campbell could be an interesting story as well. Burks open and can't get the ball to him. I was trying to get him the ball where as soon as he would break, he would be catching it. 4th and 4 here. We are going to settle for the field goal. We're not going to be aggressive here. I think 4 yards is just a little too much to go for, and we can't pass up on points this early in the game. The Packers, just like us, will be taking over at their own 21-yard line. Jordan Love out onto the field. And this is a universe where Jordan Love is going to be kept by the Green Bay Packers because we did end up restarting the franchise. He's going to be a little bit higher in overall than he would have been in the last franchise. So he will have the chance to continue to play for the Green Bay Packers. Unlike old franchises where it seemed like he would always bounce around from team to team. Going to send man, we're going to set up in man. Jair gets bumped out of the zone by Runyon, but still able to make the play. 2nd and 8 now. Aaron Jones, 20 for 93. So, very solid game. It's a solid game from a running back. There's no doubt about that. Play man here. Just play basically cover 1. And their tight end, is that Musgrave or is that, is it Kraft? Who the fuck is their other tight end, by the way? I forget. I have no fucking idea. Well, we're going to play man on 3rd and 8. Can our defense come up? Caleb Farley can't come down quick enough, and Romeo Doubs has it. Romeo Doubs he's also been a receiver that anytime I play him in franchise, he just seems to have a good game. I don't know why. And maybe it's because he can hold on to the ball and he has decent athleticism. I have no idea. Jair there to make a tackle on Aaron Jones. 2 for 2 now. Jair has to come up big. He's been kind of quieter. I'm not going to say quiet is the real answer. I'm just going to say he's been quieter than what he has been in previous weeks. And here's 15. I don't know who the fuck 15 is. Pierman. Isn't that the running back that they just took in the Yeah, they took a running back in the first round. I remember that now. They took a running back, and I was like, why are they taking a running back? I don't understand that. 1st and 10. 46-yard line. They're slowly moving the football. And a trap play for Jones, and he bounces it back to the right side, finds an open gap, 4 yards there. Simmons has kind of been absent too, much more than I would like to admit. Like I've said before, if him and Landry don't start stepping up, there could be a serious conversation of, are they future pieces of this team or not? 3rd and 3 after a rush from Aaron Jones. Keenan Evans, another big piece for us, has played well and sparingly. I'm not going to say he's played particularly great by any stretch of the imagination. Jeffrey Simmons just can't beat a normal guard. And Jordan Love scrambles and falls forward for 8. Slides forward for 8 anyway. Yeah. Keenan Evans, though, has played well. He's definitely showed up on plays. He's definitely been able to make an impact almost immediately. Harold Landry gets through. but not quick enough. 2nd and 5 after a dump off to what seems to be their fullback. I'd assume that's Michael Burton based off the number, but I could be wrong. This matchup in man again. I don't love the fact that we haven't really been able to break through that defensive line besides the times that I've ran with a defensive lineman. And Evans loses to Jones. Jones makes him man miss. Josh Myers now injured, their starting center. The defense just struggles sometimes early in games, it seems. 1st and 10. Underneath to Jones and nowhere to be found. That ball was off target. Shair. Like I've said before, Shair is like the main part of this team. Whenever he has a good game, it seems like we do better. I'm not saying it's the only time we do good. I'm just saying it just seems like when he has a better game, the rest of the team has a better game as well. Whether it's just tackling, making sure no broken tackles go, the wrong way, I guess. Calais Campbell and Ayers can't keep up with, who is that? Reed? Is it Jalen Reed? 14 yards there on that in route. Quentin Ayers just gets beat on the inside and just has to come up with the tackle. 1st and goal here at the 5. This is where the defense needs to come up. Make a stop. Force them to kick a field goal. Keep it as a tie game, and nobody can get there. Aaron Jones on the toss play to the outside. Ends up winning his rep. That O-line just kind of crushed us down onto the inside. Mark Vickers gets us up to the 26-yard line. Trey Lance will be able to take over. Can immediately go to the run game here. Unlike last time, they're running the same kind of formation we are. Quay Walker down here on top of the guard. We're going to run the football. We should be able to win this rep pretty easily. And unfortunately, the safety comes down hard, and Dorian Dixon just not quick enough to get there. And Treylon Burks is now injured in that pile. Well, it's going to be extra bad if he's out for a long period of time, mainly because, well, we just traded off DeAndre Hopkins. So, out route here to Hodgins. Hodgins picks up the 1st and more. Isaiah Hodgins was complaining just a couple weeks ago about, hey, I haven't seen the ball. Well, no shit, you were buried on the depth chart. Gonna have to rely on you a little bit more here now today. 1st and 10. Power zone. Up to the backer. Spears cuts back inside and gets 5 there. 5 for 23. Consistent running is what I want. I would like that more than the big 10-yard runs. I'd rather have 5 yards every time than having to fight for 3 most days. These out routes by Burks and Wiley should be able to break open. Yeah, Burks there. Treylon Burks holds on. 5 for 9 for Lance. Has already had a great day. Wiley coming down underneath could help. Gonna send Spears out on a bubble. No, Burks over the middle though. He'll catch and he'll hold on to the football. 1st and 10. Down to the 29. Burks gets immediately back on the field and says, hey, I'm gonna get open. Find me. Throw me the fucking football. Let's get this offense moving. 1st and 10, handoff Spears. Howard gets to the outside, tries to pick up the block on Devondre Campbell, can't quite. 2nd and 9. I'm almost willing to change playbooks again. I know it's mid-season, but it's like, it shouldn't matter all that much. Mainly because I just don't like having as many fullback runs as what we're getting. Kind of want to go to my Broncos playbook. Melton over the top, not quite. The safety able to knock it away. 3rd and 9 now here. It was a good throw. Safety just made a better play there. I truly think it was a good throw. I think it was a good try there. I don't think it was particularly bad. 3rd and 9 here. Treylon Burks or Wiley late. And nothing going. They sent a blitz and able to get to free. And yeah, B. Anderson, a rookie it looks like. 4th and 16. Got to settle for another field goal. So it just seems to go back and forth. They're up at their 26 now on their second drive. Aaron Jones 5 for 13 and a touchdown. 1st and 10 here. I'm going to have to look towards the run game. I know I keep saying that, but I need to go towards the run game a little bit more on that next drive. But then again, if we're in the basically inside the 2-minute warning, I can't really do too much about it. 6-yard catch here from Musgrave, what would it be? 2nd-year man now. Forget where he's from. I don't quite remember. 2nd and 4. Osai gonna hop on him, breaks through. Jordan Love under pressure, can't deliver the ball to Christian Watson. 3rd and 4. Quentin Ayers, I'm gonna need you to step up on that, big dog. Can't be getting beat on the inside like that. Okay, let's see what this offensive line can do. Well, this defensive line. Florence can't quite get there on Aaron Jones. Out of bounds at the 43. Man, these young DBs need to not be as afraid. I swear it seems like they're just too afraid to get beat totally. Make a play. Fucking undercut the football. Go get the football if you need to. If you think you can, go get it. Don't fucking think about it. Just do. Play hard, play fast, play physical. And drop the 2 blitzers into coverage. I don't really need them to blitz. Hooker plays it underneath. Has to beat Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones is able to get him, unfortunately. 1st and 10, though. Amani Hooker plays that perfectly. Says, hey, I'm going to cut this. I'm going to play this coverage here, but I'm also going to drop back and stay kind of underneath this curl. And he does. 1st and 10. Immediately to the air. I don't know what the fuck that ball is. Why is it being floated? I'm literally holding down R1 and it just floats the ball. It lobs it. Why? Don't do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. We're going to motion Bo Melton. He's going to be better against Jair than he would be against Devondre Campbell backside. And there's Rashawn Gary just not allowing us to get anything. 2 yards there. Shit. Flood. I guess it's flood time. See what Burks and Wiley have. My 2 major targets here. Burks, sideline. Caught! What the fuck? Good throw and good catch there from Burks and Lance. But Green Bay is challenging. Oh, that's a fucking catch. That's a catch all goddamn day. Bam! Treylon Burks has appeared. I'm going to flip this, actually. I want Burks running the cross. No, nothing's really open. Going to dump off to Spears. He doesn't quite hold on to the football, but giving him a chance at least. 2nd and 10. I'm not upset at that, right? I understand he got hit by a fucking defensive lineman, so I'm not particularly like, why can't you hold on to the football? 2nd and 10 here. Wiley underneath could be an option. But Burks over the middle, caught, holds on to the football, down inside the 6. Going to hand off Spears here. Outside zone. They're really stacking up that outside. If we have to cut back inside, cut back inside. Cut back inside. Kenny Clark and Rashawn Gary are there, though. Unfortunate. Let's line up in space switching here. I think Burks would be better coming as a drag, just in particular. Trey Lance does have legs, though. Roll out. Trying to find something. He can't, but he will find the end zone touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Trey Lance. We need to go for 2 to put us up, to get us up to 14. That way, if they score a touchdown, we're at least tied, and we still won't be down 1. It just makes sense. I don't know. See, and then it tells me to fucking not go for it. Like, what? Like, being up 6 does nothing for us. Being up 7 does. Yeah, can't run the football. They got too many good D linemen in the game right now. So, yeah, 2-point conversion. Let's see if Bo Melton will do that. And then, what if Spears just kind of does this? Fuck it, let's get Wiley out there immediately. Yeah, force them to change up. Devondre Campbell is on Bo Melton right now. Burks, though, back of the end zone! Quay Walker is down. I rolled out and I'm like, fuck it. It's the 2-point conversion. Gotta throw it. I can't just take a sack here. Bam, threw back inside, and Treylon Burks is there. 1st and 10. Gonna send Hooker. I would rather send Florence, to be fair. Just for the fact that Hooker has played better in coverage. Florence almost gets home as well. Flipping the formation late. He almost gets there. Jordan Love under pressure. 6 for 12 and a pick. Gonna play man here. I don't love the fact that Jair will be matched up on Romeo Dobbs, but something we're going to have to do. Dobbs ends up beating him. Could have probably put Evans there in coverage to help, but I didn't want to leave that middle of the field. I wanted to try to help out with, the possibility of Jordan Love scrambling. 7 for 14. Caleb Farley coming up with a big knockaway. We may end up having to put speed on speed later in the game. We're going to rush with Osai again. Try to beat Zach Tom to that inside shoulder. And here is their tight end Musgrave underneath 3rd and 6 now. Makes it more manageable. I'm going to tell my corners to play hard. And there's Christian Watson. I don't love the fact that we're getting matched up, that our linebackers are getting matched up on these receivers. If they're coming out in 4 wide, send the safety down. Let one of the linebackers play deep. Yeah, we're going to have to drop into zone here because we're still just not lined up in a particularly great option here. Von Florence going to have to come down, make a tackle on Romeo Dobbs. 2nd and 4 now. 33 seconds remain. This isn't normally a blitz for the linebackers. We're going to drop both of them into coverage. But we're going to play man with the back end. Underneath here is Aaron Jones. He'll pick up the first. But with 29 seconds and the clock is ticking, was that first down really worth it? Down to 16. I think they're going to run a play here. Going to tell everybody to back off. Play prevent. 10 seconds. 9, 8. Make a tackle in bounds, McCreary. Not quite. Well, if he did, I think he did because they did force the timeout. They're going to have to settle for a field goal here late in the second. Going to be 14-10 going into the half more than likely. I don't think we'll have a second left to even return the football. No, that we do. Gave us a second, so we could return this football. I don't know how much of this you guys are going to see after, of course, they kick the field goal. So we're going to enter the half 14-10. The offense has responded. Trey Lance going down, scoring, making a good play. The team has played well here today. We are going to continue to let him go. I think Malik Willis will have to be on the back burner for now. I think Trey Lance proved enough, being like, hey, I am that guy right now. I'm the best option at QB right now. Will Levis will have to be on the back burner as well, unfortunately. We haven't played well with him. It's as simple as that, and I can't continue to go to him if we're not playing well. I'm not going to continue to put us into a bad situation here. 1st and 10, 24-yard line. Jordan Love, after that first drive, slowed down a little bit. Going to have to look to regain some confidence here. Expecting an inside zone here. Going to try to jump it. And there's DJ Jones. Keenan Evans makes a good play. Forces Bakhtiari to come off that double team early. And DJ Jones able to shed once that happens. 2nd and 11 now. We got to get these defensive tackles more involved. They're a big key to this defense. I spent all this money on them. They need to come up. And there's Keenan Evans now making a tackle with Von Florence. 2 rookies there. Both have played okay, if not good, but they haven't played up to the standard that I thought they would. Especially Von Florence being that number 1 pick, and Jeffrey Simmons with a sack. Showing up here today. 4th and 17 now. Going to get the football back after this punt. Mark Vickers gets us all the way up to the 43-yard line, and Trey Lance will come back out onto the field. Going to go to the run game a little bit more here in the second half now that we have the time to do so. 1st and 10. Get up to the linebacker, get up to that second level, and of course Kenny Clark just has that reach, able to bring down Spears, and Tyron Smith is now out. Which should bring in A.J. Jackson, if I do recall. So he'll come in. Could look towards Nicholas Petit-Fier as well if Jackson doesn't hold up in pass coverage especially. He's a pass protector archetype, so should be able to hold up a little bit better than most. Nothing really being seen here. Roll out and just throw the ball away. 8 for 1,600 yards. I don't mind the 8 for 16. I really don't, especially when knowing some of those plays had broken down. He had to get rid of the football. And then, a couple drops, knockouts by the defense, and can't get the ball to Spears. That's something you've got to be able to hit, though. 4th and 8 now. Got to punt the football back. Down to the 1. Fuck you. Ryan Stonehouse is a god. We cannot send pressure, though. I know every single time you send pressure, they, just fucking beat it. So, gonna drop into coverage here. You gotta come down harder. No, and he drops it! The ball was too low for Jalen Reed and Quentin Ayers. You gotta come up stronger than that, big dog, though. You cannot give them anything easy right now. You just cannot. 2nd and 10. Run with Aaron Jones here. Caleb Farley can't bring him down. Neither can anybody else! And he's gone. Shire doesn't have the speed. Hooker doesn't have the speed. Aaron Jones just took it 99 yards on the house to us. Because we couldn't tackle. That's insane. We deserve that, I guess. I don't know. Mark Vickers gets us up to the 29-yard line, but that's a tough way for our defense to lose a big rep there. That's a real tough way. Gonna motion Wiley over. Gonna send him to the flats on the other side. Get him going. Nope, I guess it wants to put him in that option route. We're gonna send him on an out route then. Bo Melton across the middle, but Savage playing underneath perfectly. I thought I don't know what to say there. I really don't. I thought I could fit it over top and behind him, and over top and in front of him, and nope. Ball just not delivered where I want it quite so, and yeah, they're going to have the ball 1st and 10, 31-yard line now. Defense needs to come up with a stop now, don't they? And Evans not quite there, being able to get there, but Christian Watson and that ball not being able to connect there, 2nd and 10. Yeah, just that big play and then throwing a pick, just not quite what we need here early. Jeffrey Simmons here, and Aaron Jones goes for a fucking truck and slows down, so Simmons just fucking loses him. If we can't get home with our 3 best D linemen, I don't know what we can get home with. And Jalen Reed holds on to the football. I play deep with Shair to try to cover anything medium, and of course Jalen Reed runs right into my zone, and I try to come down with the hit stick, and it just doesn't trigger the animation. 1st and 10, 16. This defensive line has been absent, and they continue to be. There's Calais Campbell finally coming up with a stop. Yeah, Aaron Jones went from having fucking like 15 yards to now from having like 18 yards to now having 116. So that's real nice. You know, especially as one of the best run-stopping teams in the NFL, and Von Florence, nowhere to be found. I'm considering benching him at this point. He has struggled beyond compare. He hasn't come up with big plays. The only pick he has is a badly thrown ball by Anthony Richardson. I don't know. Something is going to get changed here on defense. 1st and 10 around 25. Going to hit him immediately with a QB draw. Savage in the box. If Devondre Campbell doesn't come fast, Savage should be able to get picked up pretty easily. And there's Spears down the left sideline. Makes one man miss. But Devondre Campbell comes back to pick him up. 10 for 58 now. That's what we're talking about. We got to run the football more effectively. 1st and 10, we're going to run right at Rashawn Gary. I need Howard and Wiley to come up big here. Not quite. Haskins being able to fight, get the yardage back. But, man, not exactly what I was hoping for. And I'm pretty sure that defensive tackle, yeah, Lindsey Goodwill, I saw that at the end. Right as soon as the defensive tackle kind of got free, he got drugged down, and we're going to run towards Kenny Clark's side this time. And Spears not being able to make the linebacker miss. 2nd and 18 now. Got to go to the air. Melton on that out could be an option. Hodgins, if he breaks correctly on this corner. Well, this post. Wiley open. Caught! 1st down, Josh Wiley. Hitting our most reliable target. I'm being genuinely honest. I think he deserves a chance at the starting job when Chig does come back. Or at least deserves a chance to compete. Gonna go to the air. Play action fake. Sample. Open. Touchdown, Drew Sample. Drew Sample only has like 3 catches on the air, but he has performed every single time we've thrown him the football when we need him to. Hell, he probably has better stats than Chig at this point as well. And then playing virtually the same amount of games is kind of crazy. Franklin Amos comes up with a big tackle there at the 17. And force him in a bad field position. Running down, making that tackle. Pretty good from him. 1st and 10. Gonna hop on Landry, try to get him a win. And Keenan Evans in coverage on Jones and can't quite get there. Tackling has been an issue this game, to say the least. I think it's almost time to go back to Jack Gibbons at this point. Get a veteran back in there. I know he didn't perform particularly great, but at this point, we got to try something. Von Florence is scared to come downfield, and Keenan Evans can't quite cover as good as we were hoping. Bringing Von Florence down. I'm going to have him immediately play close to the line. It's a screen. Get there. Can't quite. Elton Jenkins, but Von Florence. Finally, user controlled there, but finally makes a play. 3rd and inches. I kind of want to guess run here. I kind of want to do, and I'm going to. Fuck it. It's a run. No, it's not. Fuck. I sold out for the run, and Musgrave takes it all the way to the house. That's tragic. Starting at our own 25, Spears pretty good day for him so far. Just, he's going to be compared to Aaron Jones, and that's unfortunate because Aaron Jones did have that 99-yard run. 1st and 10, play action fake. Howard open underneath, just going to give him a couple, okay, only a yard apparently. Fuck it, let's go halfback sprint. Let's go, right now. Lance, rolling. Spears open. I think I could have had Burks, but with that safety playing underneath, I didn't want to test it. End of the third. Got to come up with 10 points here and a stop. Got to come up with 2 scores and a stop. So, offense is going to be pushed here to the limits. 3rd and 4. Bo Melton, Isaiah Hodgins are my first 2 looks, as well as Tajay Spears. Spears open immediately. Give him the football. He does. Tries to make Rashawn Gary miss, but he ends up coming up with a big stop there. 1st and 10. Up to the 40. Spears immediately open. 1st and 10. Gonna hand off Spears here. Skoronski getting up almost to the 3rd level. If he could have picked up that safety, I think we could have possibly been gone. 7 yards, though. Not particularly bad. I'm looking Wiley, maybe Spears, if anything, run the football. Wiley, fuck. I tried to, get him to, turn around and, kind of throw it up the field so that, he would catch and get immediately up the field and go. Looking like man almost immediately. I wonder if we can get Hodgins moving correctly. Bo Melton underneath. Catch, run, beats Jair, beats Devondre Campbell. Bo Melton all the way. Touchdown, Bo Melton. I'm telling you, for the value we paid him, he has come up fucking huge. Bo Melton. Good shit. Against his former team. What a fucking play. Beats Jair. Beats the safety, beats Devondre into the end zone. Quentin Ayers and now Franklin Amos both came up with that stop there on the kick returner. So another bad field position, but then again, we sold out for the run last drive and it didn't quite work the way we were expecting. Going to keep the defense the same for now, but there might have to be a discussion sooner rather than later. And Keenan Evans can't come up with the tackle. Joseph Asai has to chase down Aaron Jones. Up to the 35 immediately. Joseph Asai having to come all the way back across the field to make a play. You can't have that happen. We got to have better tackling. Gonna drop back to pass, looking, finding Aaron Jones in the flat. Keenan Evans, come up, make the play, Good job. Gonna have Jair in a zone. We're gonna cover Aaron Jones ourselves with Keenan Evans. We got to play smart here. It's a run, fill the hole. Tackling finally on point there. 3 yards there. 3rd and 7. Just 6 yards is what we can allow. We can get a stop here. The offense being able to cook right now, the defense coming up with a stop would create a lot of momentum for us going in our favor right now. We need Jeffrey Simmons though to come up big. It's a screen. Get there, Jair and Evans. 4th and 4. Gonna force a punt. 5 minutes remaining. 1st and 10 at our own 20 after a touchback on the punt. Got plenty of time. We can run the football here. We can do a lot of what we want to do. Okay, I don't love Wiley running the whip. Well, the zig, but whatever. Hodgins underneath, and just, I don't know what the... Dude, these receivers sometimes in Madden just don't make any sense. Why aren't you looking for the fucking football? It is your ball. I'm throwing it to you. Look for the fucking football, please, for the love of God. 2nd and 10. Dropping back to pass after a play action. O.J. Howard, open over the middle. He has a 1st and much more. Getting all the way up to the 42-yard line. I'm going to go towards Kenny Clark's side. Up to the 2nd level. And just Jackson just not fast enough to get up to that backer. I'm almost willing to go Nicholas Petit-Fier here at this point. Just so that we do have some type of a run block. But he's held up in pass coverage, so... 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Wiley underneath. Hold on to the football. 6 yards there. That just makes it more manageable. Puts us into 4-down territory. Going to hit him with a halfback slip screen. If we hit him here and surprise him, this could be big yardage. We do. Pretend to go inside, back out. And 1st and 10, Trey Lance. What a game. 17 for 29, 262, what was that, 252 or 262 yards? 2 touchdowns and a pick. Run Spears on a streak. If this linebacker gets matched up incorrectly, Spears should win this. No. Hodgins underneath, though. Can't quite get him the football. I saw him open. I was like, fuck it. Just get it to him. Get him the yards. Not being able to there. Not enough accuracy there. Wiley late, Burks late as well. Could be open. Hodgins, though, on a quick out. Catch, run up the sideline. 6 yards there. 3rd and 4. Again, makes it manageable. 3rd and 4. That's all we need. 2 yards here, 2 yards on the next play. We're going to run inside zone. Fuck it. Double team up to Savage. Let's go. Win this rep. And Savage holds his own against Skoronski. A guard coming at him full speed. Are you fucking me right now? Fuck it. I'm going for it. Z spot, I guess. Let's have Burks just run that. Fuck it. We live or we die. Melton. Underneath. He comes up big again. Bo fucking Melton. Bo Melton. Learn his fucking name. One of their big helps here goes down. I'm running this football. Fuck it. Yeah, Savage going to be down on Dorian Dixon. Win this fucking rep. Handoff Spears gets to the edge. Not quite getting a whole ton of yards there. 3 yards. They kind of crash down inside, and I figured just bounce it and go. Y corner. Back to the line. Wiley should have a decent rep here. Wiley. One-on-one with Alexander. Can't quite come up with it. I thought if I could get that earlier there, I had a chance. It was worth a shot. I really think it was worth a shot. I really, really do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it wasn't. 3rd and 7. If he's matched up on Savage, I like my odds here. Wiley. No! Knocked away. We're going to have to go for the tie here. With it being 4th and 7, it's just too long to realistically go for Trey Wolf back onto the field. And dropping in cover 3 Sky here. Got it. Our defense, if we can come up with a stop here, could realistically put this game away. Evans comes up, makes the tackle. Minute 20. I'm not going to call any timeouts until I know whether or not we're going to get the football. I think that's just a smart move here. Gonna send pressure. Fuck it. We got to go for the win here. We have a negative record right now. We got to go for it. Evans trying to undercut. Jones there, though. They're not going to hurry back to the line yet. Andres Carl's 39-yard line is his target, so I'd expect about the 41 to be his max distance. Or around there anyway. 1st and 10. They're going to let the clock tick. Kind of strange. Cover underneath. Shire, where are you? They're in field goal range. We got to just send the house at this point. Just guess run. Fuck it. If we give up the touchdown, at least we'll have time to try to answer. McCreary comes up with a stop. Yeah, fuck it. We have to send the house. There's no reason not to. If we don't send the house, we can't push him out of field goal range. Send the house. Let's go. Get down the hill. And we push him out! They're going to go to the pass game. Don't particularly love what look we're in, but we got to go for it. Jeffrey Simmons gets through, but he can't get to the quarterback. But he throws the ball away! 4th and 15. They're going to punt the football. 13 seconds. 13 seconds. Can we pull off a Kansas City Chiefs? Trey Wolf, target line 39. Probably max distance is the 42. Going to play coverage here. They're going to go to nickel. Fuck it. Flanker drive. Josh Wiley caught. Timeout. 8 seconds. One play. One play for the game, basically. Come on. This is what we have trained for. This is what we have to do. Burks is one-on-one. I'm taking the chance. Bo Melton. Caught. Get down. We have the chance. We have the chance to win the game right here, right now. Trey Wolf. No, is it Trey or is it Josh? Trey Wolf from 58 would be his career long. One chance. One opportunity. Do not mess it up. This could get us back to 500. If not, we go to overtime. We haven't had a good record in overtime. Trey Wolf from 58. To win the game from 58. The second-year man. If he has the power, it's good! And it's good! The Tennessee Titans will walk it off! Going back to 500, 4-4. Trey Wolf sneaks it in. A defensive stop. The Green Bay Packers were in field goal range, and the defense comes up big. What a fucking game. Trey Lance played well. The defense came up when it mattered. 34-31. Trey Wolf gets the game ball. It's as simple as that. Man, what a comeback. Well, just what a game to begin with. Trey Wolf gets an upgrade point. Fair enough. Trey Wolf comes up big, hits his career long of 58, barely sneaks it through, barely gets it in. Like I said the 42, and we were at the 41, and he barely snuck it in. So, hey, it worked. It fucking worked, though, didn't it? It fucking worked. And, he's one of the cheapest kickers out there right now. So, the fact that he just stepped up and hit that just helps our team even more. Like I said, it gets us back to 500. We do end up going against the Baltimore Ravens next week. So this will determine of who will take the matchup. So far in our coaching career, we are 1-1 against them. They, of course, have the playoff week. It is a Thursday night game, apparently, because we are going on a short week. So that will be an interesting effect. It says Lamar Jackson has thrown... Oh, okay. It's messed up. Lamar Jackson apparently plays defense now. That's nice. But... Man, oh fucking man. What a goddamn game. That was insane, to say the least. In-fucking sane. Just crazy, off the fucking walls. Holy cow, that was insane. Trey Wolf stepping up, Bo Melton, Josh Wiley. Holy fuck, the Jags are 8-0. I am not looking forward to playing them. When do we play them, by the way? I want to look and see when we play them, because this will be an interesting thing to go down. Especially coming off that 3-game slide that we had there in the middle of the season, week 5 through 8, basically. We play the Jags 2 times in the last 5 weeks. We play in week 14 and week 18. Well then. We're still 4 games out from that. We still have a couple of big games. We have, of course, a Thursday night game, then followed by a Monday night game against the Colts. And we go to the Lions, Jets, and then we have the Jags finally in week 14. And we have a tough stretch of games, Bills, Cowboys, and Jags to finish off the season. So a lot of wins now will be very important. We do have to go out and win now. Trey Lance is going to retain that starting spot right now, just for the simple fact that he did go out and play so well. I'm not saying Will Levis will never get a chance again, but it's highly unlikely at this moment. Of course, not Trey Lance. Will Levis. And with Trey Lance playing so good, I don't know if Malik Willis will be on the team next year. I think that's just a general statement. And especially with us probably looking towards QB, Trey Lance played good. He really did. But is he really the option at quarterback going forward? I don't know. The team played well, though. I think that's a big win for us that should get us moving back in the right direction. Of course, like I said, we do take on the Baltimore Ravens, who are 5-4. Very good offense, very good defense. At M&T Bank Stadium on Thursday night on a short week. This will be a very interesting test going forward. And then looking at player negotiations, I don't think there's anybody I want to bring back right now. Tyron Smith is great, don't get me wrong, but with how much he's missed, I don't know if he's necessarily an option. Reed Blankenship, as much as I like him, I don't think I can pay him $5 million a year to be a backup safety at the moment. I think Hooker's too good, and I want Florence and Brandon Davidson to be those guys. And then everybody else I just can't justify bringing back at this current stage. I would like to bring back Ryan Stonehouse, but he'll be an interesting topic of conversation. And everybody else are either role players or backups or fillers at the moment. If you guys enjoy this content or the content here on my channel, I would appreciate if you guys just stick around and subscribe. I was going to have plans to record this Ravens video. I was going to record Green Bay and the Ravens video on back-to-back. And then edit them, and of course now with my voice kind of being scratchy, I don't know if I want to because of that last game. That last game was insane. Little bit in a happier mood just because we won it, but 4-4, we're technically 3rd in the division right now. We need the Bears to come up big and go smack the Jags for us. Granted, I think at this point it's almost too far away to go get them at this point, but man, what a fucking game. What a game. But like I said, if you guys enjoyed this content, please stick around and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos like this. But I'm out. Peace.